Hi friends, and welcome back to one of my favorite hauls, and it is my 50-cent day haul. So if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Maria and I am a part-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark, and I have a local honey hole store near me that does a 50-50 day. So they put all of their clothing with a couple caveats at 50 cents, and then everything else in their store is 50% off. So I have a giant bag of 50-cent items that I grabbed to flip online for a profit, as well as a second bag of a few items that I got that were totally worth paying the 50% price. So as you can see from my receipt here, you can see the literal receipt of all of the 50-cent items, and then up towards the top you'll see some of the other miscellaneous donated items that were 50% off. And I cannot wait to share every single thing I got in here as we go along. I already typed most of this into my inventory and I'm working on getting it processed, so if you happen to see anything you're interested, it should already be listed. I have my eBay and my Poshmark stores linked down below in the description. You can check those out. But of course, if you can't find anything, just write me a comment and I will try to prioritize you just in case I haven't quite got everything listed yet. Of course, as we move along, I'll also be trying to share, what I think it will sell for. I'm trying to do more and more brand videos of things that are worth picking up or not picking up. But remember, those are geared towards things that I'm paying like racks type prices. So like if I go into a normal Goodwill retail store, I am trying to stick to some of those when it comes to 50 cents, but I'm willing to break a few of those rules. So if I come across any of the brands that I recently talked about in my don't pick up list, I'm not actually sure because I did this a couple months ago. I'll talk through them and share why, and then let me know. Should I have stuck to my guns or was it a good time to break the rule? Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just going to share a couple quick things that I picked up for myself and my family. First is this cute little, what is this, Wonder Nation? So Walmart little, it feels like linen, I'm sure it's not, but little tropical blouse for my son. We are going to the beach. We're going to do the Outer Banks this summer, so we're excited for that, and we're trying to get all ready. Also, I'm probably going to bring what I'm wearing. Look at this real quick. Look, it's like a romper, but it has like Spanx underneath. Like, how cute. Okay, I just wore it to a kid's birthday party and it was so comfortable. French kiss, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I can wear it like mini golfing and running around chasing the kids. And I found this at the swap meet that I am actually going to in a couple weeks, so I'm excited. Okay, sorry for that really quick tangent show off if that was weird. Okay, here's some little shorts, board shorts, swimming, Oshkosh. All of these were 50 cents, and I got a little green tea just for myself. I think this is a New Day. Yep, so that is just a Target. And then I'm trying to find myself more cute but comfortable one-piece bathing suits so that when I am running around chasing the kids, I don't mind wearing, I still wear bikinis a lot, but when I'm chasing the kids around, I don't want to be like pulling things down and pulling things up and worried about, stuff coming out. So I grabbed this, just like a one-piece, little floral, low back, and this is airy. But I did try all of these on when I got home, size small. So this I did the first weekend in May, and it is now the first weekend in June. So what I found out when I got home is this one is super cheeky in a way that is not my style. So I am gonna end up selling this one. And then the other two, I can't remember. I remember liking one of them and not liking the other. So I guess I'm gonna have to try them back on. This one I don't think is branded. It's just like black. It's got cutouts. This one looks pretty cheap. They're all so cheeky these days. I just want some full coverage. So I'm really just gonna have to try them all back on. And then this one, I don't know if this was branded either. I think this was the most full coverage of the three. Oh, this is Summer Ray. Anybody heard of that? So yeah, I don't know if they don't fit me, if it'll be worth reselling. The airy one I probably will resell. I'll only list it for like $18, but I've got to get that listed sooner than not. Okay, I'm going to set these over here. It's hot outside, so I'm trying to stay hydrated. Ooh, I think my daughter's coming in the door from gymnastics, so there's a chance she will stop by. Okay, let's move into a stack of clothes. You want to come say hi? Okay. I told you she'd want to say hi. Here she comes. Hi. Did you show me your Elsa leotard? Isn't that cute? We found that at a thrift store, so she likes it. How'd it go?
Good.
Good. What are you gonna go play?
I'm gonna have my PB&J first.
Oh, okay. We brought you a cupcake from the birthday party.
Yay!
Her brother got to go to a birthday party that she missed. Okay, go have fun. Okay, I did find 2 kids items. I looked through very quickly. It is a small store, so I'm able to go through everything. And I looked through the kids items mostly to grab stuff for my own kids, but every once in a while I'll find something that's worth grabbing. Look how cute this little girl's. This is 24 month. It's actually like a soft sweatshirt material, and this is Tucker and Tate, which can do pretty well. I used to sell it quite a bit on Kitizen. Kitizen obviously is no more, but I'm still going to list it for like $18 or so. And I have sold it successfully before. This is a kids brand that was on my radar, but I've never picked up. I loved the like positively charged. And this says up and atom. Oh my gosh, why was that so hard? Positively charged, up and atom. So this is Peak. And this is a boy's size 4-5. I probably could hold on to it for my son, but he's got a ton of stuff. So we're just going to sell that. This one I actually am planning to list at $25. Peak. Looks like it does well. Let me know if you've ever sold it. Okay, I had to pause for just a second and I don't remember what I was talking about, so we're just gonna move on, and I'm sorry. Okay, I pick up band tees a lot. This is obviously a singer. This is Selena, and yeah, for 50 cents. She has a cult following, and when I was comping different things, I didn't find like this exact t-shirt. It is just like a cropped style, screen print, definitely modern. But if you can find some of her vintage merch, I was seeing it sell in the hundreds. Like the highest one I saw sell was in the 500s. So keep an eye out if you're finding things that are like USA made or single stitch, or maybe she has some tour shirts. But yeah, unfortunately there was a lot of drama behind her death, which I think made some of the stuff that she already had out more popular, of course, as often happens. Okay, next, they have like one little rack of sleepwear, and every once in a while, I will find something really good. Oh, also, at the end of the video, I'm going to share you a really, really good bundle sale I just had on Poshmark, because a couple of the things I got, I think, in the other hauls that I did, the other 50-cent days. So I thought I'd just show you really quick. But in the sleepwear, I found this vintage. Like, look, this is the epitome of Y2K fashion. It's got the lettuce trim in the top and the bottom. It's got the baby doll style. It's like a nylon mesh. Y2K vintage, GNW sleepwear, whatever that is. But obviously this is a sleep dress, but I'm putting slip dress because somebody would wear this out and about. Like, you could certainly sleep in this. I would sleep in this. But nowadays they're just going to style that with some cute shoes, maybe even a t-shirt under that. They're wearing quite a bit now. Okay, next 50-cent items is this little cotton poplin shift dress with like the off-shoulder ruffle trim. I like the style. This is Rebecca Minkoff. Rebecca Minkoff is a high-end designer, and some of her stuff can sell really well. There's also kind of just these basics that aren't going to sell for a ton. I think I'm listing this at $45. But if you see her stuff out in the wild, definitely look it up. It's a size extra small, so I'll probably wear it at some point if I can first. I think I most recently from her sold a jumpsuit, and it sold full price for like $65, which I actually was surprised at. Okay, Madewell, very bread and butter here. Honestly, at Goodwill, I would have left this behind. Madewell was on my leave behind list, but just like I said in that list, if I'm getting it free or cheap, it does still sell. It's just not going to sell for a lot, especially if you don't want it to sit around a lot. I need to price it lower. So this is Madewell extra small. It's definitely an older tag, just like a basic black shirt dress. I will add all of the like minimalist wardrobe basics, capsule wardrobe, all of those types of keywords with that, closet staple. That trend is kind of ongoing. I don't see that dying anytime soon. Next is an Anthropologie find. I love when I can find Anthropologie at this store. This is Holding Horses, which is an older line by them. It is an extra small petite, so that might be tough, but it's probably coming off black potentially for you guys, but it's like a deep, I guess it's kind of coming off right. It's like a deep green. It's got a long, it's just a shift style. I think it's got a slit. Yeah, slits on the side. I was able to find a stock photo to use on Poshmark. but it's also kind of that crepe fabric, which has been really trendy recently. This would be really good. I'll tag it with like holiday, Christmas, all of those good keywords. Next is a bread and butter staple. This is Vince. They had another rack that they rolled out at the front that they hadn't even tagged yet. I've taken the tags off of everything since I'm already working on processing these. But this, they just had the front, so they hadn't even tagged it yet. But this is just a size small Vince, like a lightweight knit basic. I'll use the same keywords I used as for that Madewell dress. I really thought about keeping that. It's like an off-white, really good for layering, wearing to the office. It's just, it really is it's a closet staple. I mean, it speaks for itself. Okay, Land's End, I really don't pick up very often, but this, as you can see, is 100% Supima cotton. So anytime I can find those types of higher end fabrics that are in like the 100% makeup, I do like picking them up, especially at these prices. This is a small, size 6 to 8, and it's like a navy blue paisley. It's in really, really great condition. So for that, for 50 cents, I will pick it up. It's not the best season for it, but sooner than I know it, I'm going to be thinking of fall and winter. And we're at the beginning of June. But like late July and August is really when I kind of start like switching my strategy around. Also, if you see, I picked this next thing up and it had this little feather. These pillows behind me are down feathers, and the little feathers sneak out of them all. Okay, another bread and butter. This is a Banana Republic size extra small, so I'll wear it to work a couple times first. It's just an open front blazer with these like cuff sleeves, which I thought was kind of unique. I don't see that all the time. I also don't see open front blazer jackets quite as often, but I think I'm listing that for $35. I don't, is it wool of any sort? I didn't think so. No, it's just polyester. If it was wool, it would be worth a lot more. This is the factory label because it has those dots. I'm sure you know that, but just in case, if it has those dots, it definitely has a little bit less value than if it doesn't, because it means it's made basically for their outlet stores. So it's going to sell for less. A lot of people kind of just assume, not necessarily resellers know, but like the general public just assumes that like factory and outlet stores are all the clothes that don't sell at their normal stores. That is true. They do use it to liquidate some of the items that doesn't sell in their retail stores. But most, if not all, stores also make items specifically for their factory outlet stores. That's true for Banana Republic, J. Crew. So when you see those little dots, at least for those brands, that's what that means. It's not true across the board, but it does for those brands. Okay, I found a couple linen items, and when we come back to the sale, I'm gonna foot stomp linen. But these are 100% linen, just little beachy shorts. Brand that I've never heard of, but at 50 cents, I don't care. This is British Khaki. It does look like this doesn't have a ton of value other than the fact that it's linen. I bought these because it's linen and because of the style, not because of the label. So I'm listing these for $25. And then I have one more pair. These are a brown. These are very like, I'll put like lag and look, nautical, sailor, coastal grandma, lightweight, beachy, everything. These have mother of pearl buttons. You can see how wonky they are. You can see the big mother of pearl there. This is from Fabric, but again, I bought it for the linen, size small. These I think I'm listing for $30. Actually, those look to be a little bit higher value. Okay, this is an interesting one because I really never buy their I was going to say their clothes, but they're non-jean clothes, and that is cut from the cloth. But I experimented a few months ago and I picked up a like sheer shirt from the bins because it was super light. It was basically the same thing almost, but a completely different pattern. And it sold quickly. It only sold for like $18, but it sold quickly. So we're going to try it again, especially since this is an extra large. It is a sheer chiffon, really pretty purple floral with like these puff sleeves. And it sold in like a day. So that might have been luck. But we're going to try again since this was only 50 cents. Yeah, I love it. I wish it was my size because I absolutely would have worn it first. Okay, you guys know I love selling novelty printed items. And how cute is this? Can you tell what that is from when it's back here? This is a novelty print, like shoe print. Like they're little like ballet flats almost on a bright red background. And this is from Bowden. This isn't their brand new. Their brand new is like a blocked letter font. But this yellow one is, I think, their second newest. And it's a size 8. I love that. I think I'm listing it for $30. I think this is something in Bowdoin that will actually sell. I have my ups and downs with Bowdoin, but I thought this was worth it. And honestly, this is one that at a Goodwill retail store, I might have picked up even for $5 because of the print. If it was just red, I would have left it behind. But with the print and with the size, that would have been a maybe. All right, one that I was really excited to grab. This was actually in the maternity section. I don't think it's maternity, but I saw that Lulu dot. Well, I felt it, and immediately I was like, this is either going to be like Lulu's or it's going to be like an Amazon trickster. And it was Lulu's. So this is just a cowl neck, long sleeve, like sweatshirt. It's very, very stretchy, very, very comfy. Got like an elastic thing down here. I cannot find a size anywhere. I don't think it has any like hidden pockets where I could like pull out a size dot. So it's okay. I'll get it measured. I'll try it on and do my very best. It does have thumb holes like this. I usually, here I can demonstrate. Whenever a garment has thumb holes, I will try to take a picture like this. And just take a picture of the square, because even when I write thumb holes in the description, we know people don't read the descriptions because they'll be like, hey, can you provide measurements? And the measurements are in the description. Or they'll be like, hey, does it have pockets? And it says has pockets in the description. So I try to make things as easy as possible on my buyers. Next is a pair of jeans. And then we've got some dresses. I love finding Judy Blue. I put this on my fastest brands list because it really sells so well for me. These look like they're in almost brand new condition. They are so nice. They are skinny, I know that, but I've been saying this on my channel, skinny still sells. It's not as trendy, so it's not gonna sell as much, but there are people, me included, that will continue to wear skinny jeans. And in addition to that, the trend is now coming back. So people are saying that skinny jeans are back in style. So I'm not saying run out and buy all these skinny jeans or pay up for them, but I will still pick them up. These are size 31. They are the skinny fit stretch. They also have this, do you see this like V going down? I don't know if GD Blue specifically is calling them this, but I have seen them called this in other brands. They're called a bareback style. There's a vintage pair of Levi's that are the bareback that has this. So I'm probably going to use that as a keyword because it does just add a little bit of like a Western flair. And I just think that's cool. Okay, let's do a few dresses. And then I stumbled into what I think was probably a specific guy's donation. I have no way of proving that because I found it all across the store. But it's got a vibe to it. I'm just imagining this one really cool guy, and you'll see why. Okay, I did not take the tag off of this one yet. Oh, because this is in the pile that I haven't yet listed. So I still need to process these. So this is a K. Unger little flouncy coral shift dress. It is a size 4, and I believe it is silk. I'm not going to dig through to find the tag right now, but K. Unger, I do have quite a bit sitting. I probably would have left this behind at Goodwill, to be honest, but it does still sell. I think I just need to price it better because I had some really good sales with it early on, but I think those sales were because of the style and that they were like a full length evening gown. And I have some cocktail ones that I think I've just been pricing too high. But it's a great time of year for this. It's a beautiful color. All right, this one is one I'm still not quite sure about. And even when I remember doing research when I got home, I was still confused. And then I haven't, like probably tonight, I'm going to go back in and do all the rest of these. But when I did a really quick search in the store, I think this could be good. It could be good, or it could be tricking me. So if you know anything, please tell me. This is Meline, and I think it's new without tags. It's got this right there, which is not from this store. They had this priced at $5, so for this sale, it was still only 50 cents though. And it's a size extra large, but it's just again, another like wardrobe basic, career, professional, knee-length dress. And I can't decide if this is like a high-end brand. Like, I'm seeing Meline, but not necessarily that specific little logo. So I need to do a bit more, probably no matter what, just due to the style and due to the size, it's going to be listed for $35. But based on what I'm seeing, it might be listed like closer to $100. So that would be wonderful if it is what I think it might be. Okay. If you saw my last video, you saw me find an Aldi like blue sweatshirt. I found a different style. I know this gets us all the time. We're hoping it's like Aviator Nation, but it's just a blue. I like the little, or not a blue, a white. I like the little rainbows here. I listed the other one for like $30, but I just listed it in the past few days. So it hasn't sold yet, but if anyone needs some Aldi merch, because I am an Aldi girl, I should have just kept it, but I'm not going to. I'll probably be listing it for like $30. Okay, another little sweatshirt. This is just a Pink Floyd. It's just on a Pink Floyd tag, so I don't know. But yeah, I grab these band tee things or band merch when it is cheap. So for 50 cents, I don't think this is like vintage or anything spectacular. I'll probably be listing it for like 25 or 30. And then I found an Eddie Bauer, just like a really classic quarter zip. It's got the like Patagonia cinchilla look, which might help it. Or not the cinchilla, I'm sorry, the better sweater. It's got that type of fabric, as you can see, and this was still only 50 cents. So probably listing that at 30. And then this one, so one of the things that is not 50 cents, but is 50% off are their jackets. And I guess due to how substantial this sweatshirt is, they did tell me as I was checking out, this one is going to be 50% off, not 50 cents. Do you still want it? Sometimes I'll say yes, and sometimes I'll say no. I absolutely said yes, I still want this, because this was only $4, so it was still only $2, and this is the coolest. I'm not a vintage head by any means, but this is so cool. So if there are any vintage people out there, this is a Penn State Nittany Lions crew neck sweatshirt, like a V-neck sweatshirt, but it's also hooded. And it's on the Lee Sport tag, which I know can be a good one. Size medium, clearly a men's, but like, I love this so much. 90s Y2K, it's got this down here. It's in great condition. I'm in love with this. I'm an Ohio State fan, but as I mentioned recently about, which one was it? Michigan State. I still love finding team gear of the Big Ten because they just have a soft spot in my heart, except for the one team that we will not name. If you know, you know, tell me down in the comments. But all the other teams, I still have a soft spot for unless we're playing them. So I think this is cool. I have a feeling this will be listed around 50, but again, this is one I haven't specifically comped yet, but it is just so cool. Like, I don't know. If you're a vintage person, tell me if I'm over-representing that one or if it actually is cool. I think it's cool. Speaking of cool vintage finds, I have one more pair. I thought these were men's. They were in the men's section, but when I was typing them in last night, I realized they are women's. And something about this brand like stuck out in my head, and I looked it up and I was right. These are Gichi USA. You can see here it says they are a medium 10-12 women's. And they're like just a hiking pant. But for some reason, these have an over 100% sell-through rate on eBay. There was like 142 listed and 147 sold yesterday or something. And they've got this little like belt. So I don't know if these are just in high demand for like hiking activewear people, or if these are in high demand for like the Y2K vintage kids that just want to wear them. I'm assuming it's that category, but I don't know. Keep an eye out for Gichi vintage, kind of like a workwear style pant, because I think I'm also listing these for around like $45 or $50. Okay, here, let me show you the men's. I have another super cool vintage find, and I don't know if it's super cool to everybody or just for me. So we're gonna find out. Okay, first thing we found is some North Face. I still like picking up North Face. It still sells for me. Just don't price it to the sky because then it won't. This is a men's size large, super, super good condition. Just a really kind of basic plaid button down shirt. I'm going to use hiking, camping, climbing, outdoors. Don't hate me for this. I will use the term business casual. I don't think this counts as business casual. but some people do. So I'm going to use that as a keyword. Okay, this needs to go over here because I still need to type it in. Okay, next. Also, quick tangent. There is a guy that comes to these sales. The store is only open a couple times a week and one time a month on the weekends. And so I'm usually never there during the week because I'm always working my full-time job. And on the weekends is usually when they might run this specific sale. And I mean, resellers have a look, right? We're going through very methodically. We're going to everything, not just specific sizes or specific genders. So he very clearly is a reseller. If he's not, I have no idea what he's doing. But he's one of those resellers that's just like grabbing everything, and he's not like rudely pushing and shoving, but he's still moving through the store rudely, in my opinion. I have had no negative interactions with him. I have nothing about him. I'm not trying to say something bad about him specifically, but like, he's just like grab, throw. And I know there's bins people that do that, and that's one thing. But like when people do that at the racks at these types of stores, it bothers me because there's also people genuinely shopping for their family. And I know a lot of people hate resellers, and that's a totally different video. But I try to be really respectful of the way I'm moving through racks, that I'm not getting in people's way, that I get out of people's way if we're coming, you know, like let them kind of have first dibs. And this guy, before I went to the men's stuff, because I do typically go to the women's stuff first, he had just done his like lightning through the men's racks. And if he is a reseller, he's missing a lot of stuff. Like maybe he's a very targeted reseller for a specific thing. I don't know. But he needs to slow down, in my opinion, because he missed this. This is cool. This is also in great condition. I have a feeling it's the same guy as the North Face. It is also a men's large. This is a long sleeve though. And yeah, love it. Love me some cool. It still sells great for me when I can get it at 50 cents. There's no way I'm losing money on that. Also, too, and it is true, here's another one. This unfortunately isn't wool. I was hoping it was like a performance merino wool. This is a size small though, so maybe it's not the same guy. But it's just like a quarter zip pullover. I like the contrast stitching on it. I wonder if I should offer this to my husband, but I already processed it, so probably not, because I don't want to take it back out of my inventory. Yeah, I like that a lot. I sell those types of things from Cool pretty well. This one, another one, this is size medium, mountain khakis. It's just another like button down casual, could be hiking, could be workwear, could be like for a church kind of guy. And yeah, mountain khakis. I'm listing this one for 30. The Cool, I think I'm listing like the button down for 35 and the quarters up for 45. This one I'll list a little bit lower. There's that embroidery if you're not familiar with mountain khakis. Their hiking pants can do decently well. Probably like a little bit less than Cool in my opinion though. Okay, next is a brand that I leave behind constantly, which is Express. But this is 100% lamb's wool. And it's just like a striped men's sweater pullover. But when I can find these like good quality items in even Express, I will pick them up. I just sold a pair of 100% linen H&M pants, and they sold pretty well and pretty quickly, so I won't stray away from those brands. But like I found quite a few other Express sweaters that were like a wool blend, and I left behind all of those, even at 50 cents. So be really careful if you're going to start picking it up. Please don't go running out to buy Express because you saw me picking it up. Be careful. Know what works for you and your business model. Okay, and there's a couple more things. Oh yeah, the one I'm excited about. Not last is this Peter Millar collection. This is the Perfect Peak. Anybody? I don't know. And it's just a yellow golf polo shirt. So nothing exciting. At 50 cents, I'll still grab it. I think I'm only listing it at 30 though. Peter Millar is getting really hard to sell, and this is really basic, but it is in really excellent condition. So next, speaking of linen, I have no idea what this brand is. I don't think it's anything exciting. I did look it up last night. Francesco Fabri, finest Italian clothing that I can't find on the internet, but they're just 100% Linen, they need a good steam, pull on elastic waist drawstring shorts. So these also, just like the women's ones, sell consistently. People get scared of them because I think they look like this in the thrift store, but I steam them out, I measure them to make sure they haven't shrunk, and very rarely have they. And I need to get all that linen listed very quickly. Okay, this was the other vintage find that I'm very excited about. I will show first for people, because I've had a couple people, sorry for the Oreo hair, people ask in my comments. You probably know this, but just in case you don't, when we say something is single stitch, this is what we're talking about. Do you see how it is the single line that goes across the shirt? This is how they used to make t-shirts. If you find it here, let me find the, let me dig through my pile. Here is the Selena shirt that I said was modern. See how you have the double stitch versus this one, you have the single stitch. Can you, I know it's black threads, that makes it harder, but can you see that? So A, you know it's at least vintage. It doesn't mean you're gonna make $1 million on it, but you know it's at least vintage. This tag is a really good thing. Fruit of the Loom, made in USA. Also, pre-shrunk cotton is a really common thing you'll find from like 90s. You'll also see 50-50 a lot, which is like a cotton and polyester blend. You'll see that listed in vintage tees quite a bit. But this, for anyone that might know who they are, please let me know down in the comments. This is a Newsboys tour shirt. If anyone does not know who the Newsboys are, I kind of described them to my husband as like a Christian, like Reliant K type, like not like punk rock. But I loved them growing up. I really did. So people, please let me know. It says hell is for wimps. And then this is apparently the Look Out Wimps tour. It's got all these. So my husband and I were going through to see all the different cities, like some places in Ohio. They came to Akron. They came somewhere in Maryland by me. I don't remember what it was now. But it also says they went to Belgium, Korea, London, Amsterdam, Germany. So like, even though it was a Christian band, they didn't make mainstream market. Like they would here and there have a song that would play on like the normal radio stations. So, and I can't find this t-shirt, but I see other Newsboys band merch tees selling for like $50. So I'm not sure where I'm pricing this. This might be one that I like price at $75 because I know my sale will make us 20% off right off the bat and see what happens. And then if it comes back around to relist it, I'll lower it a bit. But I don't know. I think there's those millennials that are out there like me that have a strong connection to that, and maybe somebody wants a shirt. Okay, those are all my clothing items. So I have a couple random items. The first one is Coogi, and it is not what you're going to think it would be because I already said I'm done with my clothes. Coogi, if you're not familiar with it, is most well known for their really crazy knit sweaters, usually very colorful. I'm thinking like French Prince of Bel-Air, like just really crazy sweaters. Those can sell in the hundreds. I have never found one. They are on my bucket list. They do have other type of like streetwear stuff that I haven't found. But I saw this hanging over in their bags and I was like, does that say what I think it says? And it does, Coogi. I was like, they make women's purses? Because I've only seen the streetwear and the sweaters. So I was like, is this like a weird Shein thing? And it wasn't. Like I spent a little bit of time in the store looking this up, but look at the leather and the fun patterning. If anyone's found this and sold this, please let me know because it just seems really unique and rare. I was seeing sold comps between like 30 and 50, but then I was like, is it authentic? But everything I was seeing matched. So it does have the leather inside that says Coogi, and then it does have this tag over here that matches everything I'm seeing. It's got Coogi. So yeah, I need to determine what I'm listing this at, but it is in really good condition. Yeah, Coogi purse. Who knew? Who knew? Okay. I have some shoes, and then I have one more random one I'm going to save till the end. I'm going to try to move quickly. Okay, these I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you why I think I'm going to recycle them. These are just a pair of, like, almost like a Glen Plaid fabric outer. These are just Sam Edelman, so nothing crazy, but I thought they were in really good condition. Their shoes were only, they're 50% off. So these were $4, which means they were $2. And I also knew these were my size, so I could probably wear them to work and then list them. Maybe I'll just wear, instead of just recycling, maybe I'll just wear them a few times till they're totally gone. I have a problem that I check things really well, but I miss this one specific thing. So keep an eye out for this. If you can even see it, down in here, it's peeling. And I should know better to check this on the heels. And I've been doing a lot better job of it recently. And I apparently forgot on these because these happen to my own shoes because I wear heels all day at work. So there's some peeling down in here that I wouldn't want to sell it in this condition, because especially if you're running around at work and your feet heat up, that's kind of what happens with the moisture down in there. But these, yeah, fabric upper, I don't know, I'm probably just going to keep them. I'm not even going to try to sell them. And then once they get too peely, I'll just put them in the textile recycling bag that I have going upstairs. Okay, a few more shoes. I did grab some sandals. They had like a whole table of sandals, and most of them are pretty beat up. But these are just Flojos, which aren't going to sell for a ton, but they tend to move decently well. These also were only $2, so I paid $1 for them. Little Flojos. And I also got a pair of these like yoga strap Sanooks. So this goes on your foot like this. Your foot goes there, like your ankle sticks, your leg comes out through here. And yeah, I don't know if these have a size on them though. Oh, they do, thank goodness. This is size 9. These were $3, so I paid $1.50. Sanook is another one. They're not going to sell for a lot. I would not buy these at Goodwill for $8 or $10, but at $1.50, if I can sell them for $18, I will be happy. Next is a pair of Saludos. If you haven't sold that before, Saludos can be hit or miss. I like selling them. I'm happy to pick them up at this price, but they tend to take a little while. These are a size 7. Ooh, these would fit me too. Oh, they're cute. Sorry, that's a really weird angle. We'll see. Probably listing them, probably not. You can tell I haven't typed these in yet. And once I type them in, they're getting listed, and I'm not going to wear them after that, especially shoes, because I don't want them to be in a different condition than how I photographed them. Okay, so these ended up being $2. I'm not sure, probably like $35. So I'm listing them at. They are a genuine suede. And my last 2 pairs are the ones I was most excited about. These are really, really good condition Merrell, and they're like a hiking boot. They usually say the style. These are the Brindle women's size 6.5. I tend to list these for like $45 or $55. They've got the Merrell Select Grip on the bottom. And this is a really good time of year to sell hiking shoes. A lot of people are getting ready for vacations. They're going to national parks. And yeah, springtime is when I see my hiking stuff sell the best. So people are getting back out. They're going through what they have and they're picking up things they need. All right, this was a first time find for me, but I have seen it before online. I've never found it in the wild. And I was like, oh, that looks familiar. Like I was looking at the rack over here and it like caught my eye and I was like, I think I need to stop and go look at those. So I did. And I looked them up. Oh, they're tied together. And that is a Solo. These are a really heavy duty work boot. They're probably, if they're not steel toe, they're definitely safety toe. I think they've got a shaft in there. These are heavy. Like at the bins, these would have been expensive, but still probably worth it. Keep an eye out for this. I was seeing comps between like 50 and 75. These were $7 at the store, but 50% off. I paid $3.50. So they have definitely been worn, but they're still in really great condition. They've got vibrant soles, right? Yep. Still lots of tread on there. I don't know if they're made for a specific type of, I don't think they're like a roofing shoe, but I don't know, workwear of some category. I will look them up. I'll try to find the model so I can put the information in that I need to for my listing, but I would expect to be listing those probably at least 75. Okay, I only have one more item and it is super random and I want to know if anyone else likes this author, but I love C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is most well known for the Chronicles of Narnia, which started with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And if anyone does follow me on Instagram at Life with MariaNicole, I live outside of DC, and the Museum of the Bible does a lot of his works from the Chronicles of Narnia. So we went to The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. We've been to Prince Caspian. But C.S. Lewis has lots and lots and lots of works, predominantly a Christian author, but a well-known one throughout any genre. And he actually has a series of like sci-fi that a lot of people don't even know about. It's literally called the Space Trilogy, and it is Out of Silent Planet, Paralandra, and That Hideous Strength. And literally as I was checking out, like the books are over here and you're checking out here, I just like grabbed it and like put it in my pile. Because I don't have them and I'm maybe keeping them. I haven't decided yet. They technically charge me for 3 individually priced books, which is totally fine because their individually priced books are 10 cents. So I paid 5 cents for each of them. I paid 15 cents for the set. These also, I did scan them. They're selling consistently on eBay for like $25 to $30, and these are in really, really great condition. So I might read them one more time. It's honestly probably been since high school since I read this specific series. So maybe I'll read them again and then just sell them, because I used to be that book reader that like saved everything. I had like every piece of classic literature, because I love classic literature, like in my own library. And then when my son was born, we needed to change that room, so we just have like one giant Billy bookcase from IKEA with the extension in the hallway. So we can't keep lots of books, and we still go to the library very frequently. So I'm probably going to list these if anyone would like a set of the C.S. Lewis Space Trilogy. I do recommend reading it. But yeah, that's my random sale for the day. I do think I'll get it listed. I know I'm bad at listing hard goods, but we'll get that one listed. So last thing before we go, I told you guys I wanted to share a Poshmark sale I just had. It was a 6-item bundle that she bundled together and then didn't do anything with. So usually when that happens, I will go in and send an offer. 99% of the time I never hear from the person again, but every once in a while we will like counter back and forth, or someone will accept it, and she accepted it. So I sold a 6-item bundle a couple hours ago for $130, and the reason I wanted to share it was because I got a couple of these items from this 50-cent day at different time. Those 2 items were the silk tropical tank. I think that was in my last video. Loved it. It was vintage. It was like Bill Blass. It meant nothing as far as the brand to me, but it was beautiful, and it was 100% silk. And then the other 50-cent item was 100% linen. That again, the brand meant nothing. It was like Naughty St. Michael's or something, but it was a 100% linen tank. So both of those were only 50 cents. She also scooped up these Panama Jack elastic pull-on linen pants. Again, I bought them because they were linen. They had a tropical print to them. Then she grabbed 2 things that I got from the swap meet, so they were completely free. This Nicole Miller, again, 100% linen long sleeve button down shirt. It had a really cute like beachy print to it. These American Eagle striped linen blend pants that were in a really cute like wide leg style. Those were both free. And then lastly, this Sigrid Olsen 100% linen dress. I've mentioned I like selling Sigrid Olsen 100% linen. That one I did actually get at a Goodwill retail store. My average cost of goods was $6.32. So this was such an adorable bundle. I hope she is going to the beach, or she's going on vacation, like on a cruise or something, because the styling for this bundle is impeccable. And then at the end of the day, I only spent $8.68 for all 6 items in this bundle. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them I picked up literally based on the fabric content, not the brand. And I ended up making $95.32 for those 6 items. So just wanted to remind you that if you do have these opportunities to buy things at a lower cost, or even when you're shopping out of the racks, keep in mind style and materials, not necessarily brand. Don't just be brand blind like I am guilty of also. Okay, and then that is it for today. Thank you for sticking with me. I know this was quite a long haul, but it's always so much fun for me. I really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I am going to have those big swap meet hauls coming very soon to my channel, so stay tuned for that. Give the video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.